US DK, I saw out in the outfield today that you, Verlander, and Paul all got to talk. I mean, how nice was it to catch up and then get to see those guys talking?
Yeah, really cool. Got to play with Justin for a long time, and just reminiscing a little bit with JV, and then to be standing there with, Justin's one of the greatest pitchers that I ever got to play with, and then to see what Paul's been able to do, just amazing. And Paul's going to be one of the best too as he continues his career.
What do you remember about him just as a teammate back in those days, and how funny is it now to manage against a guy like that?
Oh, crazy. I told him I hope tomorrow doesn't go real well for him. And he's such a competitor. And, to look back on our days, I was playing third base his first start in AA, and just had some really good moments in Detroit as teammates.
Darny, the last time you guys were on the road, it was pretty tough. How do you get these guys in a different frame of mind where you can go out here with a little bit more positive energy?
Yeah, you not talk about it too much. Find a way to come out and compete. We did a really good job of that at home. Focus on the good things that we did on that homestand and the bats that we were able to have. Obviously, the starting pitching has been key for us, on the season, and especially there at the end of that homestand. And the bullpen was really good too, and just continue to have good at bats here in San Fran.
Kind of goes into planning to go up against a guy making his major league debut with Carson Wisenhunt.
Yeah, it's tough doing that against with the Tigers as well, and he's got a really good changeup. Is the reports and the video that we've seen, and finding ways to stay in the middle of the field with that, not get too pull happy, and be able to attack the fastball when he throws it.
Just trying not to think too much about kind of the mantra for now through Thursday also.
Yeah, it's always a tough time of year. I remember coming back here. This is where Adam Frazier got traded the first time, and the trade deadline is always an uncertain time, and I think that our guys have done a really good job of staying with it, especially those last six games at home, and these 3 games here in San Fran leading up to the deadline, just trying to focus out on the field and control the things that we can control.
What can you admire about a guy like Mitch, who kind of goes about his start day so nonchalant? He'll talk to people. It's a little different than some starters do. He's asking the camera guys about their equipment this morning just to keep his mind off stuff. I mean, does that kind of just go to show who he is as a competitor as well? Like, he can just go about his day as normal as possible.
Yeah, Mitch is about as down to earth as you can get. Just goes with the flow, and he's shown that. Not easy to do when you start off 1-10 and he didn't pitch like that. He pitched way better than that, and he just continued to go out, let everything fall into place, and has had an unbelievable year for us, and excited about his start tonight.
You mentioned the bullpen, and I know it's a small sample size, but I think since July 20th, they have the second best ERA in all of baseball. What do you think that says just about how those guys have gone out with grit, and even if there's been changes in guys like Majinski or Bednar, we've talked about him a lot, they just seem to handle every situation so well.
They do, and they're resilient. There's a lot of versatility out there, guys that can, you got Santana and Bednar who, in the back end leverage guys, but they've gone, 1+ up to 2 innings. Bednar in Detroit picked us up big time doing that. We've got a lot of guys in the pen that can fill those roles of doing more than just one thing. You see Ferguson come in against Arizona there, not yesterday, the day before, against a right-handed lane, and being able to fill that and do as well as he's done against righties and lefties. Just a lot of versatility, a lot of grit, like you said, and dominating the strike zone has been a big part of that.
Has it been kind of nice, though, to see that 8 and 9 spot kind of be consistent? I would say there were points this season where there was no definite closer or definite guy coming. It was sort of by committee. So has it felt a little more consistent since?
Yeah, it has. And Santana and Bednar have been huge for us. Finding just like we talked about, Bednar has been so good since he got back up. Santana, on the field, the leadership, what he brings off of it too, and just 2 great assets to have.
How eager are you to see Peggy get some time over at first base today?
Yeah, looking forward to it. With the lefty on the mound and Spence getting a day off, reports that we got from AAA, Peggy is taking well to it, and excited to see him over there.